So now about the topsy in the unit 7, the poem we had completed, that is Topsy Turvy Land, where we had seen all the things are being upside down, not like the normal things what we are doing, isn't it? So okay, along with the poem there is a lesson, Gulliver's Travel. So Gulliver is a great huge person, and he is traveling and he has been left alone in an island where he had to meet some other set of people, and now we will come to know how was he being treated by those small people. That means he had seen tiny people over there, and for both of them, as well as Gulliver as well as the tiny people, they were having a great fun over there, because seeing a huge body, how do the tiny people felt, and how did with that huge body, how did he feel with those tiny people? Understood? Gulliver's Travels. Gulliver is the name of that person. Travel means traveling from, he was traveling in the sea, and in between he was left alone in an island. Now you look. When a person tells a story of his life in his own words, it is called an autobiography. So autobiography means what? The person who says the story of himself only. And a biography is the story of somebody said by someone. Understood? He himself, here Gulliver himself is saying the story, so it is autobiography. And suppose when I say about his story, it is a biography. Understood now? That is the two difference between autobiography and biography. When a person tells the story of his life in his own words, it is called an autobiography. When I say myself, my own story, it is my autobiography. When you say about me, it is biography. Clear to you? Autobiography and biography. And biography. Gulliver, a sailor, was once caught in the land of giants. This is how he describes the story. So, in once upon a time, Gulliver was left alone in an island of giants. And what had happened there, the story, it is being written in the form of a story, that is Gulliver's Travel. So he is describing what had happened in that fairy land. Understood now? On the 16th of June 1730. So when was it? 16th June 1730. So a long time before. Isn't it? Now it is 2020. So it had happened in the year 1730. That is 16 June 1730, and now it is 2020, isn't it? See, so you can count how many years old story is this. We discovered land. Our captain set a dozen men with the vessels for water, if any could be found. So the captain of the ship, what did he do? He sent all his men to find water. And they all started going in search of water. When we came to land, we saw no river or spring, nor any inhabitants. Inhabitants means occupants, the people who are living in that island. So all the sailors went in all direction of the island to find water, because they are very need of water, and they did not find any river or lake or spring pond anywhere. That means no sources of water are being found anywhere. I went on explore. So what did he do? He himself went to find out. Explore means to find out. Explore. To find out. So he himself went to find out, because all the sailors went in all direction and they did not find any kind of sources, isn't it? So he himself went out. The country was barren and rotten. Barren means nothing. It is bare. Barren, bare. Bare. Bare means nothing. And only what is there? Only rocks. No houses, no rivers, no seas. Nothing is there. Only rocks. The place is full of rocks. I turned back to join the crew. So what did I do? He came back and joined. Crew means the group of sailors. We were only to see them getting into the boat and rowing for life to get to the ship. So everyone decided to go back from that place. Before I could reach, then I observed a huge creature walking after them in the sea as fast as he could. So before I could reach them, that means before I could go along with my sailors, I saw a giant figure. A huge means very big. Walking after them in the sea as fast as he could. Walking after them, going after them in the sea. And he was going in a hurry. The water of the ocean reached only till his knees. That means the water, that means that much big person. Up to the knees only the water of the sea. However, the monster means the giant. Monster, the huge person, the giant. Giant or the huge person. Giant means very big. Understood? Was unable to overtake the speeding boat. So he was not able to go and catch hold of that boat because it had left. I turned back quickly and climbed up a steep hill with the fields of barley on either side and the corn rising up to 40 feet. There was a fence to pass from one field to another. So what did I do? I turned back quickly. So the boat had gone back, isn't it? It had started to go. So what did I do? I turned back quickly and climbed up a steep hill. Started climbing on the top of a hill with the fields of barley on one side, and one side it is on top of the hill. You could see it was a cultivatable land. One side full of barley cultivation and the corn rising up to 40 feet, and all are ripe and all the corns are filled. The full field was of barley cultivation, and it is about 40 feet in height. There was a fence to pass from one field to the fence means there was a fence to in between the cultivatable land, so that through the fence it is easy for them to move from one place to another. Understood now? On the 16th of June 1930, we discovered land. Our captain, that means for a long time they were sailing and they did not find a land up to then. Our captain set a dozen men with vessels for water, if any could be found. When we came to land, we saw no river or spring, no any inhabitants. I went down to explore. The country was barren and rocky. I turned back to join the crew. Crew means a group of sailors. Group of sailors. Sailors means the people sailing in a boat. Boat and rowing our life to get to the, join the crew only to see them getting into the boat and rowing for life to get to the ship. Before I could reach them, I observed a huge creature walking after them in the sea as fast as I could. So before I could go and join with my crew, I saw a big giant person going after those sailors. The water of the ocean reached only till their knees. That means the water was that person was very huge, very big in size. So the water is coming only up to the knees. However, the monster means the giant person was unable to overtake the speeding boat. So he was not able to catch hold on the boat which had started to move forward. I turned back quickly and climbed up that steep hill with the fields of barley on either side and the corn rising up to 40 feet. There was a fence to pass from one field to the other. So this is the giant person. Have you seen this? And these are the sailors on the ship, on the boat. So they started going, feeling afraid of this big giant person. See, the water is up to only the knees. So what did I do? The other Galva do? He moved to that top of the hill where he put the barley fields and the corn are grown up to a 40 feet. So he went there and he saw that there are fences to move from one field to the next one. Understood? It was impossible for me to climb because every step was 6 feet high. 6 feet high means the person, height of a person is 6 feet. So every fence is that much higher. So it is difficult for him to climb fast and move to the other one. I was trying to find a gap in the edge when I discovered one of the inhabitants in the next field walking towards the fence. He was of the same size as the creature chasing the ball. I was struck with utmost fear and astonishment and ran to hide myself. He called in a voice much louder than a trumpet. It sounded like thunder. 7 monsters like him came towards the field, ready to reap the corn. It was not possible to climb because every step was 6 feet high. So all that step where he had to climb, it is of 6 feet and he found it difficult. I was trying to find a gap in the air. That means he found any hole is there in between the fence. When I discovered one of the inhabitants in the next field walking towards the fence. So when he looked through that gap, he found another person on the next field walking towards them. He was one of the same size as the creature chasing. So he also was of the giant one. I was struck with utmost fear. He got frightened. And astonishment, surprise. Astonishment, surprise. Why was he surprised? Because all the people over there are huge in size, isn't it? And ran to hide myself. So seeing the giant figure, he ran to escape. He ran to hide himself. He called in a voice much louder than a trumpet. Trumpet means the drum beating. So he made such a loud sound. He sounded like thunder. The voice was heard. 7 monsters like him came towards the field, ready to reap the corn. So when hearing that thunder's like sound, 7 other great giant people came towards the field in order to cut the corn. They carried a reaping hook which was very big. Even the hook for cutting down the corn, it was also of big in size. When one of the reapers approached where I lay hidden, I screamed as loud as I could. So 7 people, giant people came to cut the crop and one person came to the place where he was hiding. The creature stopped reaping, picked me up between his thumb and forefinger and brought me close to his side. See, you can see the person. What did he do? He caught hold of that person and brought him towards his face. 60 feet above the ground. He looked at me with curiosity and blew my hair aside to get a better view of and combed my hair to see my face clearly. He called his friends and gently placed me on the ground. He called all the other giant people, all his friends. They all sat on the ground to take a good look at me. So everyone sat over there to watch him properly. I walked slowly backward and forward. I pulled off my hat and made a low bow towards the farmers. I tried to speak to them loudly in several languages. Each time I did so, the farmer who picked me up held his ear very close to me but in vain. So I started saying them what had happened, isn't it, in many languages, but they could not understand. For every time he was taking me very near to the ear to make understand what I was saying. They were not able to understand. The farmer, vain means of no use. Vain, no use. The farmer took me to his house and placed me at some distance on the dining table, which was 30 feet high from the floor. So 30 feet high from the floor in his house, he placed Galva there. Dinner was brought for the farmer in a dish which was 10 feet in diameter. That means that much bigger. The farmer's wife scrambled some bread and placed it before me. She brought some bread and kept it in front of me. In the middle of the dinner, I heard a noise behind me. It was the purring of a cat that was 10 times larger than an ox. Even the cat also very big, bigger than an ox. The farmer's wife was stroking him, making him frightening. Then entered the farmer's 1-year-old son in the arms of the lady. Then another lady came with a small baby. On seeing me, the child grabbed me from the table and put my head into his mouth. Seeing me sitting on the table, what did that small child do? Grabbed, caught hold of him and put him inside his mouth. You can see in the picture the child putting that person inside the mouth, isn't it? On seeing me, the child grabbed me from the table and put my head into the mouth. I shouted so loudly that the baby dropped me. So I started shouting. I would have broken my neck if the mother had not held her apron under me. So what did the mother do? She hid me. She started hiding me under her apron. Later she put me on her own bed and covered me with a clean white blanket. I slept dreaming of my home, my wife and children. This is what had happened to Gulliver. Understood? So, Gulliver had gone to a place of giant people, isn't it? Very huge people, and there he could see everything in huge size. Even the cat also was of huge size, that more bigger than an ox, isn't it? So everything seems to be there, where even that small baby, he also looks very big, and he is ready to eat whom? Gulliver. So that much big he is, isn't it? If the lady was not there and he was not able to hide in her apron, what will the baby has done? Should have eaten Gulliver, isn't it? I saw the lady put him in the bed and made him to sleep. So this is the story of Gulliver Travel. I'll read the lesson once more. On the 16th of June 1730, we discovered land. Our captain sent a dozen, we means Gulliver and his sailors. Dozen men with vessels for water, if any, could be found. When we came to land, we saw no river or spring, nor any inhabitants. I went on to explore. The country was barren and rocky. I turned back to join the crew, only to see them getting into the boat and going for life to get to the ship. Before I could reach them, I observed a huge creature walking after them in the sea as fast as he could. The water of the ocean reached only till his knees. However, the monster was unable to overtake the speeding boat. I turned back quickly and climbed up a steep hill with the fields of barley on either side and the corn rising up to 40 feet. There was a fence to pass from one field to the other. It was impossible for me to climb because every step was 6 feet high. So everywhere it seems to be higher than him, isn't it? Higher than Gulliver. I was trying to find a gap in the head. Gap means a hole along in any part of the fence. Already we had said there any hole is there to look to the other side what is there, isn't it? when I discovered one of the inhabitants in the next field walking towards the fence. So when he was looking through that hole, he saw somebody walking towards him. He was of the same size as the creature chasing the bird. So he also was of that same giant person. I was struck with utmost fear and astonishment. So I was frightened and surprised. I ran to hide myself. He called in a loud voice louder than a trumpet. He made such a big sound. It sounded like a thunder, like the elephant making the sound. He also had made the sound which was similar to a thunder. Before the rain, thunder and lightning comes, it is a very sharp sound, isn't it? That loud sound. 7 monsters like him came towards the field ready to reap the corn. So as soon as he had made that such a big sound, 7 big giant people came towards the field to cut down the corn. They carried a reaping hook which was very big. That the weapon also is very big. When one of the reaper approached where I lay hidden, I screamed as loud as I could. So one of the giant men came to the place where Gulliver was hiding, sitting and hiding because of frightened, isn't it? So he saw him. Picked me up between his thumb and forefinger. So he caught hold of him in his hand and brought me close to his eyes and brought very close to his eyes, 60 feet above the ground. He looked at me with curiosity and blew my hair aside to get a better view of me. So he combed the hair to one side to see whose face properly, Gulliver's face properly. He called his friends and gently placed me on the front. Then as soon as he had caught me, he called all other 7 monsters and placed him in front to make the others watch at him. So they all started looking at Gulliver. They all sat on the ground to take a good look at me. They all started watching Gulliver. I walked slowly backward and forward, pulling off my hat and made a low bow towards the farmer. So he started moving forward and backward and bowing at the farmers. I tried to speak to them loudly. So now he wanted to talk to the giant people and he started talking in different languages, whatever languages he could know. He started speaking in those languages. Each time I did so, the farmer who picked me up held his ear very close to me, but in vain. So each time when I was talking, what the giant person was doing, he was bringing very close to his ears to have a clear sound, but it was of no use because he was not understanding. The farmer took me to his house and placed me at some distance on the dining table, 30 feet high from the floor. So he had taken him directly to his house and placed him on the table which is about 30 feet high from the floor level. Because everything seems to be very huge in size as the people. Dinner was brought for the farmer in a dish which was 10 feet in diameter. Diameter means like width. The farmer's wife crumbled some bread and placed it before me, and she gave some bread and placed it in front of Gulliver. In the middle of the dinner, I heard a noise behind me. So while he was having the dinner, somebody came behind. It was the purring of the cat. It was the sound of the cat. So who had come over there? A cat had come over there. That was 10 times larger than an ox. So that is also bigger in size. As far as our ox is concerned, it is big, isn't it? So that cat is more than an ox. Farmer's wife was stalking him, putting him out. Then entered the farmer's 1-year-old son in the arms of the lady. Only 1 year old, a baby had come in the arms of a lady. On seeing me, the child grabbed me from the table and put my head into the table. As soon as the child of 1 year, only 1 year old, when he came with the lady, I was sitting at the edge of the table, isn't it? So as soon as the baby saw me, what did the baby do? Caught hold of me and put my head into his mouth. I shouted so loudly that the baby dropped me. And what did Gulliver do? He started shouting because his head, where is his head? His head is inside the mouth of the baby. and hearing the sound, what did the baby do? Drop him down. I would have broken my neck if the mother had not held her apron under me. So who covered Gulliver? A mother. Later she put me on her own bed and covered me with a clean white handkerchief. I slept dreaming of my home, my wife and the children. So after the dinner was over, a bed, each bed was given to him and he slept. Gulliver slept in that bed. Now, why did the captain send the men to the island? Why did he send the men to in search of water? Isn't it, to find water? Why did the sailors go with the vessels? To find water. Why did the men rush back to the ship? Why did they all rush back to the ship? To save their life. Isn't it why? To save their life. Why? Because who was behind them? A monster was behind them. Choose the correct answer. The giant carried a reaping hook because he was fighting with other giants. He was going to reap the corn. He wanted to frighten Gulliver. No, he was going to reap the corn. Third one first. He was going to reap. Reap means to cut down the corn. He was going to reap. They put Gulliver on the ground to look at him because they had never seen a human before. They thought he was a doll. They had never seen such a tiny man. Yes, Gulliver was a tiny person, isn't it? They had never seen a tiny man. Such a tiny man. Because the place where Gulliver had gone, they are all monsters, very big people, isn't it? So in that very big people, everything, even the table, desk, everything is huge in size. There, as far as Gulliver is concerned, he is only a small man, isn't it? Gulliver was a farmer, sailor, graf or a giant. Gulliver was a sailor. A sailor. He and his crew was going, isn't it? Name the creature to whom you would look like Gulliver. Creature is not extinct. Word begins with the letter draf. Yes. D-W-A-R. That means small man. Small. From the text, write the sentence that tell you the story. The giant reapers were fascinated by Gulliver. They started looking, made him sit in the middle, and they all gathered around him looking at him, isn't it? Gulliver was a learned man. How we can come to know that he was a learned man? Because he could say something he wanted to talk to that giant person. So he started saying in many languages. But who did not understand? The giant people did not understand what Gulliver was saying. The farmer's son thought Gulliver was a toy. That is why he had put him inside his mouth. Because the baby is only 1 year old. The farmer's wife was a kind-hearted woman. So what did she do? When the baby got hold of him and put inside his mouth, what did the woman do? She hid Gulliver under her apron, isn't it? And later the dinner was over, gave him a bed and a covering to sleep properly. Following sentence carefully. The giant's farmer's voice was as loud as a bellowing trumpet. Giant farmer's voice was almost like a thunder. When something is very cold, we say it is as cold as ice. This is because ice is very, very cold. Now next one. So like that, where comparisons are given over there. As dash as a feather, as dash as a tortoise, as dash as honey, as dash as snow, as dash as an ox, as night, then as a rose, then as a toast, and as a breeze. And the words over there: red, slow, black, gentle, warm, strong, sweet, light, white. So we have to take one from this box and join with the other. First one example: as dash as a feather. Or which one we can use? As light as a feather. Then as dash as a tortoise. Tortoise is slow, isn't it? So as slow as a tortoise. Third one: as honey. Honey is what? Sweet. Yes, as sweet as a honey. Now snow. Snow is what? As white. Yes, as white as snow. Now ox. Ox is what? As strong. Yes, ox is a strong animal, isn't it? So as strong as a ox. Then as night. Night, dark. Yes, as dark. Dark is not given. Black. As black as a night. Then rose, as red as rose. Then toast, warm, isn't it? As warm as a toast. And as dash as a breeze, gentle. Gentle as a breeze. So you will get all those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. Clear to you? Now use the above expression to complete it for us. So you can bring those upon words over down also. The old man's hair is as white. We had already said as white as what? Snow. As white as snow. His feet were as cold as what? Ice. Isn't it? Ice is very cold, isn't it? So as cold as ice, or even snow also is there. The newspaper boy was as slow as a tortoise in deriving papers. I felt as light as a feather. Then create your own comparison. As tall as a coconut tree we can see, isn't it? As fast, or a pole we can see, pole, or a post also, electric post, it is very tall. As fast as, who is very, hair is as fast, isn't it? Or horse. As high as sky. As angry as lion. As tiny as rabbit. As brave animal, lion. There are many reasons why something happens, event. Gulliver could not climb the fence because every step was 6 feet high, isn't it? He saw one of the giants coming towards him. He ran to hide himself. So, even Gulliver could not climb the fence because every step was how much height? 6 feet height. So, he was not able to climb them. He is not of that height, isn't it? Now look at the picture and discuss in groups. Follow away. You may find more than one reason for it. See the first one. What is the first one? One door is already there. And second picture is a father and the mother walking in the moonlight, isn't it? Next one. Look at the following example. I was trying to climb over the fence when the giant saw me. The farmer's wife was stroking and the cat when her 1-year-old son entered. So when did the farmer's wife stroke the cat? When the 1-year child screamed, isn't it? So when the 1-year child screamed, what did the farmer's wife do? Was stroking. That is a verb. Understood? Both actions were in the past. So both are in the past tense. When the first one was going on the past, the second one happened. That is first, when I was going to climb something, who came over there? The giant came over there. Now match, what was happening? I was writing a letter. So when I was writing the letter, what happened? I was writing a letter when my pen ran out, or when the light went out. When the light went out, isn't it? Paul was looking out of the window when the bell rang. He was looking for his dog when he noticed a lovely butterfly. I was just completing the last answer when Madam said, stop writing. The man was painting the wall when he fell off the ladder. Amit was doing his homework when the lights went out. My mother was cooking dinner when the light went out. Also you can write. Then Amit was doing his homework when his pen ran out. Anything you can write. That we have to complete over in that fill in the blanks. Now complete the following suitable. I was sitting in a taxi yesterday when it was raining. You can complete the sentence by using anything, isn't it? So first one we can write when it was raining. Where was I? I was sitting in a taxi when it was raining. When it was raining. Second one, he was cleaning out his cupboard when the doorbell. When the doorbell rang. A dog ran out onto the road. When I came, or when I was coming. When I was coming. Dash the teacher walked into the room. Yes. When the bell was ringing. When the bell was ringing, the teacher walked into the room. When we compare two things, people, we add er or more to the describing word. When we compare three or more things, people, we add est or most of the describing word. That is comparison. More, tall, taller, tallest. So first one er and next one est. Understood? Fast, see. Fast, faster, fastest. So this is positive, this is comparative and this is superlative. So first one, these two only comparison. First one is compared to the next one. So we add er, isn't it? That is car is faster than boat. Then aeroplane is the fastest. That is the superlative. So when compared to car and a boat, which is the fastest? Aeroplane. So that is comparing more than one, isn't it? Here comparing only with one, but third one comparing with more than one. This my sailboat is fast, the car is faster than the sailboat, aeroplane is the fastest of all. When compared to these three, this is the fastest. Now difficult, more difficult, most difficult. Hitting a target is difficult. Juggling caps is more difficult than hitting a target. Doing complicated magic trick is the most difficult of them all. Comparing three. Understood? Now complete the following in the same way with the easy or strong. Skipping is easy. Jumping is easier than. Walking is the easiest. Understood? The dog is strong. Horse is stronger. Elephant is the strongest. Now complete the following in the same with the juicy and exciting. Apple is juicy. Orange is juicier than. Sugarcane is the juiciest. Then rock climbing is exciting. Skiing is more exciting. River rafting is the most exciting. Correct the use of the describing words. This is the simpler problem of them all. Which is the lightest of the two parcels? He is cleverer than I am. I like this the best of the two. The flood became badder as the rain increased. Punctuate the following. Punctuation means full stops, commas, question marks, apostrophe and exclamation marks. I am sending you a photograph of my newest pet. Frisky is a bulldog and a very playful puppy by next summer. He should be old enough to go with us on our long walks I am sure you are looking forward to seeing him. I know you will like him. Warm regards, Sanju. So that is a letter writing. Understood? Punctuate the following. Punctuation. That means we have to put wherever full stop is needed, we have to put full stop. Wherever commas are needed, we have to put commas. Then question marks, apostrophe and exclamation marks. Then a giant tree, redwood tree of California, giant bird, a giant land animal and a giant water creature. All these things we have to find out. A giant reptile, giant aeroplane. Interesting fact about each of the giants and say, you woke up one morning and found yourself in the land of drafts. Drafts means the small tiny people, isn't it? Write a paragraph describing your experience there and how you got home. Finally, you may begin. So that is a story writing, which seems to be different. Like Gulliver had gone in the place of the monsters. Now you are going to a place where tiny people are living. Tiny people means a small people than you, isn't it? A small inch people. So in a place where you are going and how you had seen them and how they had seen you and what all things had happened over there. Understood? That you have to write in that space given in your text. So now we come to the end of the unit, that is unit